record the lesson, and that way you can practice with it later. I'll
Right.
email it to you afterwards. And we are going to go ahead and dive in and do some of those warm ups since you haven't really
Right.
sung much today. Just kind of check in on how your voice is
Uh-huh.
doing. Okay, so
Hmm.
let's start just on a hum. I want you to breathe in, start thinking about that posture, that alignment, that open pathway for the breath. Breathing in, expanding in the chest, in the rib cage expansion, those intercostal muscles lifting and opening. I want you to think about that belly expansion as the diaphragm is pressing down, creating more space for those lungs. That's opening up. And you can even think about in the back space as well, expanding in the rib cage in the back as well. So your entire core expanding as you inhale. And then as you exhale, keep that rib cage open, open, open as that diaphragm pulls back through, and then allow that to relax and release right at the end. So just kind of getting that singer's breath going. Then as you
Good.
exhale, I want you to start doing a hum on that exhale. Feeling that vibration get started. Feel where the vibrations happen. Do you feel them here? Do you feel them here in your nose, in your lips? Is it more in your chest? Where are you feeling those vibrations? Starting to focus on those physical sensations. So at your own pace, breathing in and then getting that moving through. All right, so do a few of those, and then once you're feeling like your voice is getting going, we're going to open up to an ah and release on a sigh now. So a ah.
Ah.
Exactly. And something you might incorporate this week that I like to do, especially because I tend to hold my tension, my stress right here in my shoulders at the base of my neck, and it sometimes will creep around into my jaw or my lips or my neck. So I like to sometimes add in with this exercise a ragdoll over. So as I hum through or sigh through, ah, I'll roll down, and as I breathe in, I'll line up to that nice tall posture, and then I'll exhale on that sigh again. Ah, like a robot powering down, and then I'll breathe in and lift back up to that good posture. And I'll just do that for a few minutes, and that just kind of helps to release that tension. I feel like I get a little taller each time I roll back up. So that's a good way to kind of incorporate that physicality of that vocal athlete mindset. All right, so try that this week and see how that works for you. Okay, so let's go ahead. Next, we're going to sustain on a single pitch. We'll start on me. So this is a very bright forward placed vowel. Your tongue is more forward in your mouth. And we're going to be striving for clarity, efficiency, balance. So we're not pushing, we're not straining, we're not super soft either. A nice balanced, clear tone is what we're striving for. Let's go for a 10 count now. If you feel like you could go a little less or a little more, no worries, but that's going to be our goal for right now. So breathing in, me. Excellent. We'll go up to D. B. E. B. F. B. G. You sound beautiful, and your voice is
Pretty
sounding
good.
really free. I love that vibrato that's coming in. Nice. All right, we're going to try stretching the vocal folds now. We're going to go low to high on whoop. So you're going to slide from your low range to your high range. It might be different than mine, and that's okay. So whoop. Yeah, let's do two of those. Whoop.
Ooh.
Nice. At the top, Release that jaw more. Create a more tall space. We're going to try that one more time and see how that changes things when you open at the top. Whoop. Now we're going to start high and go low. So we're going to go wahoo at the top, more open. As you come down, we refocus, and you're going to feel that jaw close a little more, and that palate can drop a little bit more as you come down, because if we're too open, one, it's kind of fuzzy sounding and unfocused, but two, we can kind of lose the direction and the clarity. The support can drop too, like your breath can be like, oh, we're going lower, I don't need to support as much. So keeping that support all the way down. So
Ooh.
good. Again, see if you can at the bottom keep the breath with that laser focused feeling. At the top, it's very like right at the tippy top of your head. And then as it comes down, think directionally. Imagine the air maybe is here. It's more focused here. And then it's more focused just like right to a bullseye directly in front of you at the bottom. So kind of visualize that where the air is up here. And then it just kind of changes direction, so that visual idea, but it's constantly in this like laser focus beam, and at the bottom it's like zoop right to that bullseye, the center of it. All right. Woohoo! Good. Nice. That was better. All right, so now let's try just on an ah. Let's slide all the way down to vocal fry, where it's kind of gravelly at the bottom.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's a great one to add into your warm-ups and your cool downs, because when we go to vocal fry, the body releases hydration to your vocal folds, both internally and externally. Internally with hyaluronic acid, externally with lubrication, like a door that's sticking and you put some oil on it and it slides smoothly, that kind of idea. So it's a great one when you're first warming up. And what happens when it fills with fluid like that, it lines up more evenly and you get a more clear tone. All right, we're going to go back to the sustained pitches. Sustained pitches take a lot of strength and stamina and control. We're going to do a more open vowel now. So the O instead of the E. This is a more back-placed vowel. Your tongue is lifted more in the back of your mouth. We're going to be more rounded in your lip shape, and you'll feel a pull in the cheeks here. Embrace that, because that's helping keep that palate lifted in the back. And think of a nice open throat space, open cave back here on Mo, sustaining this time for that 10 count. Here we go. Mo. Great. Now up to the D. Mo. E. Mo. Excellent. F. Mo. And G. Great. Very good, Linda. Okay. Now, we'll try a sliding exercise. Let's focus on the breath flow. Can we try going like a race car? Excellent. You can feel that connection in your core, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes. Now let's try with your lips. We're going to. That's all right. Try to loosen those over more
don't do it.
and think more directionally, like you've got like a mouthpiece for a trombone or something. Think of it focusing a little more. Focus on vibrating the center of your top lip. All right, that's one to keep working on at home. So I want you to try going just short bursts. Yeah, so that's a little easier. Let's take that just as an exercise. We're going to go so a little hops down the arpeggio, just little bursts of the lip bubbles, okay? So a couple things could be happening. It could be a breath flow issue. It could be an alignment issue. It could be tension. My guess is we have some kind of like tension creeping in, prohibiting that.
Hmm.
All right. Just knowing you. We're going to try that as we go bloop, bloop, bloop and see how we do. We're going to go a little lower. Here we go. And down. And down. And down. And down. So I want you to be practicing that this week. Just each day be like, can I get that going? And just check in with yourself on that, all right? Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, let's try. I'm going to have you try the tongue trill. Try that. Good. Try. Yeah, that one's a lot easier for you. It's funny because that one was actually one that was really challenging for me, and it took quite some time for me to nail that one down, but you sound beautiful on that. So I actually have another student who she holds a lot of tension in her upper lip, so those lip bubbles are very challenging for her. I sometimes will have her hold her upper lip while she's singing to kind of wiggle out some tension because she gets so stiff right there. And I'll say, okay, let's hold it and kind of move it around and sing on ah or something. So maybe kind of check in with yourself. What's going on there? Is it like jaw tension? Is it tension in the lips? What's happening that's causing that? And just start practicing that regularly. Now on the lip, instead of the lip bubbles, we're doing the tongue trill. We're just going to do an octave slide here. All right, and we're going to work our way up. So starting on the C, we're just going to do that octave slide up and over and through. So a 1, 2, here we go. Can you feel we're in pure head voice at the top now?
Okay.
Try that again. And we're definitely in whistle register at the top at this point. Regardless of voice type, everyone's at whistle register by that point. That's the high C, the C6. All right? We're going to see if we can go a little farther. See how we do. Breathing in. All right, so that's about, I saw your face. You're like, I think that's it. That was an E6. That's very high. You can sing any of Christine Daae's songs and Phantom, and you're getting up to like Puccini Land and some other people that have very high parts there. Not quite to the Queen of the Night, but you're close. So it's exciting, right? It just opens up possibilities for you. And I know you really enjoy doing some of those operatic style pieces. So yeah, and kind of like a Sandy Patty anthem or something. You could definitely nail that. So excellent. Very good. Excellent work there. Let's sigh down to kind of get back to our happy medium place. Oh. Yeah, good. All right, so now we're going to try on a scale and arpeggio. Let's do on an ooh, just a pure ooh. We're going to go ooh. All right, so it's nice and quick, pure ooh vowel, rounded, pulling through the cheeks, tall palate space in the back here. Open throat, expansive breath. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and Ooh. 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 Can I have you just kind of like shake your head a little bit as you sing? Just checking that there's no tightness or tension in your shoulders or neck. Just kind of wiggle a little. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. And now we're getting to the point that we would have to modify that vowel to an ah at the top to continue. So we're going to go ahead and slide down. Ah. Nice. All right. Let's do the bouncy light ha ha ha's. So beforehand, let's try ha 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 ha. Then ha 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 ha. Good. Loop that all together. Ha 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 ha. Good. And you can do that at any pitch. So if one day you're like ha ha ha, that's okay. The goal is to get that breath activated from the core. You can feel the diaphragm. You can feel those like puffs of air coming from there. We're using the abs to trick the diaphragm into doing what we want. So excellent work. All right, we're going to try that on ha, 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 the full octave on the arpeggio. 1, 2, boisterous laugh. Here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 So that's a D. Do you feel comfortable there?
Yeah.
You want to try a couple more?
Sure.
Let's try the E flat. Here we go. All right, so that was E6 at the top. How did that one feel?
Well, I was getting there to the.
It's getting there, yeah. Let's slide down. Excellent. That's definitely solidly in your whistle register. Sliding down. Oh, beautiful. We're going to do 1 or 2 going into the lower register as well, keeping that part of your voice strong, using that other muscle, that side-to-side muscle, your chest voice muscle. Let's try on mi, me, ma, mo, moo. And we'll just keep walking down. 1, 2, pure vowels. Here we go. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. Mi, me, ma, Mi, me, fa, mo, mu. Mi, me, fa, mo, mu. Mi, me, fa, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. That's an E3. How's that feeling?
Fine.
Fine. Okay, let's try a couple more. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. One more. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. That is the low C. That's a C3. That's very low. So we just sang about, oh, like 3.5 octaves of space. That's a pretty big range there. That's awesome. That just gives you so many different possibilities of what you can do with your voice. All right, so I think we're in a great place. Let's do a big old siren. So a woo! Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so then let's go ahead and work on your song. Remind me which one. Do you want to do the same one as last time? Do you want to do a different one today? Remind me which song you want to work on.
Yes, I want to work on the same song.
Okay.
And I just
Remind
want to
me the title of it because I have the sheet music saved here. I just don't remember which one it is.
be born in me.
All right.
Yeah, and I just want to
Yes.
say this was the last appointment we made, so before we
Okay.
finish, I need to find out how to make another one.
Okay, absolutely. Yes, let's
Okay,
definitely
all
do
right.
that. We'll get you set up.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So we have Born in Me, Francesca Battistelli. We were working on it last time, and
Yeah.
it was sounding really lovely. Anything you noticed as you were working this week that you felt like
Um,
maybe was going especially well, or that you felt like could maybe be improved?
yeah, I think the lower notes, that's where I feel like it could be improved.
Yeah.
And
Okay, for
the
sure.
higher notes I seem to be easier for me.
Absolutely. Well, it's good we just were working in that low. So,
Mhm.
yes, and we went significantly farther than where this song goes to. So,
Okay.
we should be okay. Let's focus on the V, that V consonant this first time through, just sustaining through. I want you to imagine that you're vibrating that breath energy through a straw. So, just like if you had an actual straw, I actually have one here. You're going to feel like you're doing that. You're going to imagine you're focusing through a straw. You can actually try it with a straw during the week if you have one at home that you want to play with. You can sing through a straw. Yeah, you've got one. Perfect. So we can actually try it with the straw. Why don't we try that? I'm going to, because I've got piano and stuff going on, I'm going to just do the V consonant, but either one works. And we're going to focus
Okay.
that breath energy. All right, here we go, starting at the top. Breathing in. Breathe. Breathe. Okay, now we're going to try singing through on, let's do it on say, sustaining. So, say. I want you to keep in mind that when we're singing more classically or more classical musical theater, we're going to have more vibrato. Here, I want you to kind of minimize that vibrato more. It's what I like to say simple tone, because straight tone, one, isn't, you can't go completely straight tone with no vibrations at all, because you literally are vibrating the vocal folds to get sound. So I like to say simple tone. So it's a lot smoother, minimal vibrato singing throughout. Now, we don't want tension with this, but the style is going to have less vibrato. All right, so on say, minimizing that vibrato. Here we go. Say, breathing in. Say, breathe. Say, breathe. Say, breathe. Say, breathing in. Say, breathe. Say, 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 All right, so you might have noticed as I'm holding out notes, I'll add vibrato subtly. So it starts more like say. It starts more straight tone, and then it'll kind of blossom and bloom and add more vibrato as I sustain. Also, when you go to the high sustain notes, you can do that even more, like really ringing out through them. So mostly more straight tone, especially in the lower parts that are a little more speech-like. And then as you're sustaining, that's where we can really blossom and bloom and add the vibrato in. That would be kind of stylistically appropriate. All right, we're going to try now going through on our words. Everything inside me cries for order. 1, 2, here we go. Everything inside me cries for order. Everything inside me wants to hide. Is this shadow an angel or a warrior? If God is pleased with me,
why am I so terrified?
Someone tell me I am only dreaming.
Somehow help me see with heaven's
eyes. And before my head agrees, my heart is on its knees. Holy is He, blessed am I. Good, let's stop there for right now.
Okay.
I want to go through it and just speak it in time once. All right. Let's
Okay.
just talk it in time. Say the words the way you would say them just in life.
Okay.
1, 2, here we go. Everything
Everything
inside
inside
me
me
cries for
cries for order.
order. Everything
Everything
inside me
inside me
wants to
wants to
hide.
hide.
Is
Is
this
this
shadow,
shadow
oh, an
of an
angel? So it has like a beat
angel?
there, shadow, right? So hold the D until the do at the end. Is this shadow an
Shadow, an
angel or a
angel,
warrior
warrior.
breathing in? If God
God
is
is
pleased with
pleased with
me,
me.
why am
Why
I
am I
so
so terrified?
terrified? Someone
And
tell me
tell me
I am
I am
only
only
dreaming.
dreaming.
Someone help
Come
me
help me
see with
see with
heaven's
heaven's
eyes.
eyes.
And before
Before
my
my
head
head agrees,
agrees, my
my
heart is
heart is
on its
on its knees.
knees. Holy
Holy
is
is He,
He. Blessed
blessed
am
am
I. Good.
I.
Go back. We're going to sing that, but I don't want it to be so much those classical rounded vowels. I want it to be more speech like. All right? So let's try
Okay,
singing
it's
that
gonna be hard.
section again. So a
All
little
right.
more wide and spread, a little more closed. We're not like everything inside me cries. Everything inside me cries for order. So a little more spread. 1, 2, here we go. Everything inside me cries for
Eyes for order.
order. Everything
Everything
inside
inside
me
me
wants
wants
to
to hide.
hide. Is this
This shadow
shadow an angel or
or
a
a warrior.
warrior? If God is pleased with
Please
me,
me.
why am
Why am
I
I
so
so terrified?
terrified? Someone tell
Someone
me
tell me
I
I
am
am
only
only dreaming.
dreaming.
Someone
Someone
help
help me
me
see
see
with
with
heaven's
heaven's eyes.
eyes. And before
Oh,
my
my
head
head
agrees,
agrees.
my
My
heart
heart
is
is
on
on
its
its
knees.
knees.
Holy is He, blessed
Blessed
am
am
I.
I.
That was
Be.
better. Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yes. So in the lower range, more closed, a little more spread, more speech like with your diction. When you get higher, we can elongate a bit. Be born in me. I might need it to be a little taller. Be born. So another exercise I want you to play with is when you're low, you might do like E, Vive, 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 like that, where the low notes are on E, the upper ones are on A, a more open A. All right, I want you to try
Okay.
that at home this week, okay? But that was
Okay.
exactly it. So you're getting a little more of the style now. Excellent. What was one
Okay.
thing that felt really good or was really fun?